Secret Secret. I love that song. I love the piano and the percussion going on in there. Is that like you beatboxing sort
That's
of?
me beatboxing.
That's great. And so I like you sort of have the harder piano like percussion part in the chorus, and then it gets a little more floaty in the verse. So how'd you sort of build that song? I'm curious.
That song in particular was built on nothing but pure emotion. Like that chorus part with the rhythmic piano stabs
Yeah.
and the like really fast, that was freestyled. When I was demoing it out, that all just came out in a burst of just legit emotion in what
The
was allowed
lyrics
for me
too?
right there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't think I could have come up with that any other way. Like it
Yeah.
if it hadn't just been like bursting out of my body, I don't think I could have come up with that.
Wow. Yeah, and you feel that kind of in your performance of it because it is very like yeah, like you're like, what if I told you? That's great. That comes across. That's really cool. And yeah, I love that lyric of what if I told you that I'm not everything that I'm cracked up to be. That's very powerful. And I feel like in the sense of the song, it seems like you're talking to someone, but also I thought of it in just my own anxiety and like the world at large of like the who
Ooh.
you present to, like what if everyone knows I'm an imposter or I'm not as good as I present myself to be. So
Yeah.
yeah, what was some of your thinking behind those lyrics?
I mean, when I was singing it, I was just deep in this like dizzying heartbreak. And
Yeah.
I was just trying to like process my way through it. I wasn't trying to like make a great song, but I
Right.
guess that's how it happens, right?
Yeah, just therapy.
Yeah, yeah. I was probably in tears the whole time I was writing that song, and it's like this process of like I'll be sitting at the piano and freestyling, but I'll record the freestyle.
Yeah.
And then I'll listen back to the freestyle and structure it and say, "Oh, I want to keep this part." So it's like yeah, it's just taking what came out in the improvisation and then
And then sort of
reformulating it. But this song,
working it, yeah.
after I recorded it, I had some help restructuring this um, from Toth.
Hmm.
He was like the fairy godfather of this album, and he was like, okay, so here are the really powerful parts of this because the song was originally like 6.5 minutes long, and it
Oh
had
wow.
all these other sections. And he's like, I think you're getting too far away from your original idea, and I think you want to give this more of like a tight container to live in. So he actually helped me like
Mm.
completely reorder the thing into what it is now, which is so much better. And so I'm really thankful to have had his ear on that. He reordered he also helped me reorder White Lightning, and a big part of that job was cutting out like four extra sections that the song had. And looking back, I laugh that every song was so long, but I'm
Yeah.
really glad that he got real with me and was like, girl, you don't need to do all that.
That's good. That's good to have someone who can rein it in a little because you want to just, I bet the creativity's flowing. You just want to keep adding stuff, doing different things. Makes sense.